Over the years we've been doing interviews, a few times you've mentioned your house in Detroit.
Yeah.
And your mansion. And
Yeah.
I didn't really think anything of it because, I live in a mansion too.
Right.
My friends live in mansions. Like, a lot of people who sit down with me live in mansions. It's a mansion. Not a huge deal, especially for people who live in LA.
Y'all live in a big house. I lived in a mansion.
Yeah. Until I actually looked up this fucking mansion of yours, which is known as Bishop's Mansion.
Right.
Because I guess a bishop.
Yeah.
It was a church. It was a monastery.
It was the Cardinals' mansion.
It was the Cardinals' mansion.
First bishop.
Monastery who got converted into a private home. 30,000 square feet.
40,000.
40,000? My bad. 40,000 square feet.
13 bathrooms, 13
my
bedrooms.
House, what is my house right now? My house in Calabasas is about
6,200?
Maybe 6,000, 6,000 square feet.
5,600. You tell me if you
something like that.
Right.
So we're talking about 7 times the size of my house.
We're talking about my bedroom.
And my house is big. I live in a 5-bedroom. Like
my bedroom is bigger than my house I live in now.
Yo.
It was 2,400 square feet.
Wow.
And somebody said, what do you mean? Because it went like this, right? It was an office, then a bedroom, closet, bathroom, library, another hall, and then I had the cathedral. I took the chapel and made it a movie room. And I have 4 levels. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 levels.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and show a picture of the outside right now. It's absolutely stunning. Was it the biggest home in
It's the largest home in Michigan.
In Michigan, there we go.
Man.
The largest home in the entire state.
In the entire state. And it's on the only hill that's in Detroit.
Does Spike Lee have his own
He had his own room. He took a whole section of my house.
Whole section, right.
When he was interviewing Malcolm X's family members. He had a great room in my house. And he liked coming in because he was like, yo, this is bomb. And Diddy loved my house. He came in, he thought it was great. I had Janet Jackson there. I had Bill Bellamy. Bill Bellamy, if he tells a story, will tell you one of the greatest stories. Martin Lawrence, Guy, Regina Bell. I had everybody, man, come through the house. Stevie was going to purchase it, but they were selling it for too much. And then
Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder. And then a year later, I got the price down to $750,000. I got it down to $500,000, and I paid $250,000 for the furniture, and then redid with the same fabrics from Italy that they used. We had a master upholsterer come in and literally take out the stuff and re-put it back. There was no lacquer in this house, except for my Mitsubishi TV, which was a size 65, and I thought I was the hottest thing in the world. Big ass box TV.
Big back.
Yeah, big ass back, man. That was the only thing lacquer in the whole house. I kept it as cool. Now it's being redone beautifully.
Oh yeah, there's a website for it. And it actually shows the remodeling of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to tell people, I told you, girls would walk in and leave with a chipped tooth because they come in and look around and then their panties would fall out and they would strip and hit their face on the ground. I remember this girl came in my house one time and I did the whole, I'm going to be a little bit late for her. And I said, well, you can come over here. She goes, we're going to go to dinner? I said, yeah. She goes, you're going to pick me up? I go, why don't you come over here and we'll leave from here? And she was like, huh? I said, well, I really don't want to be seen picking, because they're tripping. You live around the corner. I'll bring you back. When she gets there, my girl, Kimmy, who was my chef at the time, opens the door and walks her into the small room. It's a small dining room. I didn't take her in the big room. Right. The small dining room had 8 seats. My dining room table was longer than Bruce Wayne's in the movies. and it had a buzz on the ground, right? And she hated when I did this. I had some girl sitting there, and I said, you want to sit down here or you want to sit here? Vanessa Williams came to my house. This is one of my favorite times. Vanessa came with her husband. She was pregnant. And I would hit the buzzer, and Kim would come up and be like, you rang.
Like lurch.
Yeah, some more apple juice. Shit like that.
40,000 square feet. feet.
It was the greatest house.
I mean, would people just get lost in there? Was there like
yeah, man, this guy got lost. He was robbing them. He was robbing the Catholic Church. The cardinal had died. And so they didn't know what they were going on. And this guy had snuck in and was going to start stealing things. And he realized they don't even know I'm here. So they caught him because he was asleep.
He just
Upstairs
fell
in the room.
asleep in your
He was
house
like,
somewhere?
I guess he was coming in and out, robbing it, knowing how to get there, and then overslept, and they got him. But I remember I stayed in there by myself, and I got so scared. I thought, I don't want anybody in the house. I want to be here by myself. I just had gotten it 1 week. Don't bother me. I want to learn the house by myself. And by the night 2, I called my girl Julie, and was like, "Yeah, you want to hang out?"
So why did you sell it?
I sold the house. I moved to Miami.
Okay.
I got a brand new contract. I was not going back to Detroit. And in 1994, guy says to me, "Hey man, you should auction this stuff. You're never going back to it." His name was Mike Melker. Biggest mistake I've ever made. I sold the house because I never was going back to Detroit. And then the city, what do you call it? I did, like I said, with the Detroit Opera. I did an opera house where we had designers come in and redo the house. So it's 55 rooms. And
55
55 rooms. And so rooms, that including closets and bathrooms. And we had 5, I looked for 5 black, 10% of the designers had to be black.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is still a close friend of me today. And by the time it was finished, I didn't want to sell it. But as soon as they saw it, the bishop was like, "I want this house." And I haven't gone back to live in Detroit. If you remember, too, I sold it because when you have something, you have to use it. And all of a sudden, I was going to have a mansion that I was letting other people live in.
I feel you.
I was done.
Just too big for you.
It was
too big for
I was.
really.
It would have been. It fit me perfectly. I never had to duck except one room. It was a small bathroom. I never had to duck. It fit me because I was the king of Detroit. In my brain, I know Isaiah is the king of Detroit, but in my brain, I was the king of the D inside Detroit. And if you get a small bedroom or a small house, which I'd rather now, like the most I want in a house might be 3,000 square feet, maybe, because I've lived.
I can't do that.
I know, but soon as you realize my daughter's about to be 18,
That's
she's
too
out.
small for me.
Yeah, but then think about your rooms. You got your room. You don't really care about other people's rooms. You got the living room. The kitchen has to be bomb. And then you want a guest house.
Yeah. My next house is going to have a guest house.
Yeah, I got a guest house.
That's what I need.
Yeah, the guest house is the best invention in houses.
Right. Right.